How to make your relationship strong and last longer. It's time to help a lover out. Kindly subscribe to this channel for more videos. Are you in the crush of your dreams in the beginning stages of a new relationship? Are you worried that you aren't sure how to make this relationship last? In this day and age, there are a lot of factors inside and outside of a relationship that can influence its outcome. If you want to learn some tips on how you can help your relationship last, keep reading. Burn your blueprint and script. What this means is simply do not try to plan your relationship. If you try to do this, the chances that something is not going to go like you wanted to is pretty high, and that could end what could have been a pretty fulfilling relationship. Some of the best relationships are built on being spontaneous and passionate, and if you try to plan out how it's going to work, it usually will not. Forgive. Everybody makes mistakes. This is a cold, hard fact of life. If you truly care about the person you are in a relationship with, you have to learn to forgive them for their mistakes. Holding grudges toward one another is very toxic in a relationship, and is definitely not something you want to do if you want your relationship to last. Be a good teammate. Being in a relationship is a two-person job. If you want your relationship to last, you cannot expect your partner to do all of the work. This includes general housework, if you live together, to actually being the only one to contribute to the relationship physically and emotionally. It's a two-way street, and if it's only running one way, it's not going to last. Grow together. It is very important to grow as a couple. That is how you find out if that person is the one for you. You grow as a couple by spending time just talking and bonding with each other. If you can't grow or learn to grow in your relationship, it will not last. Adapt. You obviously cannot expect to have all of the same ideas and beliefs as the person you are in a relationship with, so it is important to adapt if you want your relationship to last. If you care about your boyfriend/girlfriend, this step should come pretty easily. Your partner's little quirks or even religious beliefs may seem like a deal breaker, but if you have the ability to adapt, then your relationship has the amazing ability to go the distance. Develop your own interests. When in a relationship, it is important to develop your own interests. You and your partner don't have to express interest in all of the same things as each other. That would make things really boring, wouldn't it? This way, you guys will have more things to talk about, even more new things to try in your relationship. Don't keep score. Relationships are not a game, so there is no reason to try to keep score. This means, if you do something nice for your partner, or do something to help out, you don't have to announce it to them just to get brownie points. The same goes for if they make a mistake, or make you mad, you shouldn't feel the need to hold it against them just to make yourself look better. This is probably one of the top reasons why relationships don't last. Nobody likes to feel like a loser in a relationship. Practice self-awareness. When you are in a relationship, you usually try to do whatever you can to make the other person happy, right? Well, how are you supposed to make someone else happy, unless you know what makes you happy? Practicing self-awareness is a good way to know what makes you happy, and what makes you click so you can be the partner your significant other deserves. Cultivate your finer qualities. Work on the qualities that make you a better person. It can be easy to do this in a relationship, because there are always opportunities to practice those qualities, like loyalty, compassion, and trust. Encourage each other. I'm sure you don't want to ever feel held back from doing certain things, or trying new things just because you are in a relationship, and neither does your partner. Make sure you encourage your significant other to achieve any goals. Offer solutions, not criticism. If there is a problem that arises in your relationship with your partner, and they come to you for advice, offer advice that tries to help them actually solve the problem, and that doesn't criticize them for what they have done, or what the situation is. Compliment each other. This one is pretty self-explanatory. Complimenting your partner is such a simple way to show how much you really care about one another. If you don't do it, It could be easy for them to question what they really mean to you, or what you really think of them. Respect space and time. Spending time with your partner is always a good thing to help your relationship grow, but giving each other some space every now and then is another important factor in making a relationship last. It gives yourselves time to grow as a person, self-awareness, as well as giving you that time to miss each other a little bit. Remember to say thank you. This is one of those golden rules Mom always taught you. These two simple words can mean a lot to someone. Saying thank you is such a simple way to make someone feel as if they are appreciated. Ask yourself this question: would you stay in a relationship if you felt unappreciated? Admit that you are wrong. We have all been in the situation where, as much as you don't want to admit it, you are wrong in some sort of disagreement. Sometimes you should just swallow that pride of yours and admit that you were wrong. If your partner really cares, they will remember step 2 and forgive you. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. If you need to talk about something with your partner, don't hesitate to say what you need to say. If you are one to beat around the bush and hope that they will pick up on what you are trying to say, you can be lost in translation, which will usually end not in your favor. Be romantic. Surprise her with flowers. Plan him a special night under the stars. Do anything to show how much you really care about each other. As redundant as this may sound, it's a really important step in any relationship. Respect his or her friends. This is another big one. If you are not a big fan of his/her friends, you are better off keeping that your little secret. You don't have to like them, but for the sake of your relationship, you should at the very least respect them. Be affectionate. Any girl I have ever met would agree that this is an extremely important factor in any relationship. Whether it is holding her hand, playing with his hair, or giving hugs and kisses, this is pretty much a no-brainer when it comes to making that girl or guy in your life happy. Mind your manners. Another one of Mom's golden rules: you should always remember to mind your manners when you are with your partner. You don't want to gross them out by letting out big burps without saying "excuse me," and for some people, that could very well be a deal breaker. There is always a lot of work involved in maintaining a relationship with someone, but if you always remember how much they mean to you, it will not seem like work. You can ask anyone who has been in a relationship for a long period of time, they wouldn't trade it all for anything. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.